Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi guys. I just watched Alexander Topuria versus Alma Khan, and it was a very bad fight. Although I was very disappointed by the performance of Alexander Topuria, and I will of course explain why. So it was a very fun fight. I'll be honest. In my opinion, it was a clear 29-28 for Alexander Topuria. I know a lot of people gave the first round to Topuria as well, but I just feel like after Alma Khan did so much, I feel like Ilya. I apologize. Alexandra did not steal the round. So more than anything, I feel like the reason why I said this is a very disappointing fight is because we have now seen Alexander Zuporia in the UFC for two fights, and I actually also watched his other fight live when it happened. I believe it was in the prelim of UFC 312. I feel like, yeah, in a shitty card, but we had the debut of the debut of Tuporia, right? So like, to be honest, his boxing looked way sharper than before, like compared to his previous fight, compared to his fight against Kobe Thickness. But more than anything, I feel like he didn't really try to knock Alma Khan out, because yeah, Alma Khan, honestly, after this fight, I feel like Alma Khan definitely won more fans compared to Alexander Tuporia, because Alma Khan is a very dangerous striker, very dangerous. And to be honest, I believe Alma Khan got two or three clear knockdowns, but he did not follow up for the knockout. Very confusing behavior from both of them. Like, I feel like both of the guys, both Alma Khan and Alexandre, like if they wanted, they could have knocked out their opponents. I mean, if like if Alexander Topuria, like basically like from the mid second round onwards, right? Alma Khan was running for his life. Like, yeah, he was still striking. He was still trying to land that spinning elbow, and like he was still trying his best to engage in the fight. But still, you could clearly tell that Alexandre, it's just, I feel like Alexander should have been more aggressive, and also he shot for a lot of takedowns, which I feel like was very unnecessary. Like the takedowns that he shot, in the first round, it made sense because Alma Khan did win the round. So, but in from the second round onwards, right, Alma Khan clearly looked very hard, especially from the beginning of the third round, right? Like his nose was busted up, and more than anything, I feel like I'm actually questioning why. I feel like Ilya might call Alexandra out in the locker room after this fight. Like, why did Alexandra Tuporia not try his best to knock Alma Khan out, right? Because like he was clearly like running for himself. So the thing is, like, if he just fainted a few hits, and then like, and also in the third round, yeah, he almost knocked out Alma Khan, but Alma Khan's chin is very good. It's amazing for an unranked bantamweight. I'll be honest. Like bro, like he was almost out. Like when he fell to the ground, it almost looked like is he's gonna knock. Like it almost felt like Ilya Tuporia knocking out Volkanovski, right? But the thing is, right, I guess it's just a style of the Tuporias, right? Because they don't really chase the knockout, unlike like people like Thomas Peller, for example, right? When they knock someone out, they instantly, they run into their opponents, trying their best to like trying their best to end the fight there and there, right? But the two players, they don't really do that. They like try to hit the opponents, and whenever they get caught or they get knocked down, they like slowly come and slowly like slowly throw the punches, right? And honestly, for Alma Khan, fair plays to him. He looked very impressive tonight, and I will definitely be tuning in for his next fight, Salman Khan. And I apologize because I didn't really knew this guy before, so I like I don't really know his full name. I apologize, but still, amazing fighter, amazing striker, and the only now he has only lost three times in his entire UFC career. And also, before the fight, when I looked at Alma Khan's record, it's very impressive record. Like now he's 12-3, and the thing is, 11 out of his 12 wins are by finishes, and only one out of those 11 finishes are a submission. Like, can you believe that? Like, that's a very impressive record. I'll be honest. He has 12 wins, and 10 out of those 12 wins are by knockout, and one out of the 12 wins are by submission. So he only won a decision once in his life, and I believe the three losses that he has are all decisions. I believe. I'm not sure though, because he obviously went to the distance with Umar Nurmagomedov and now Aleksandre Topuria, and against Umar he came in on short notice. So very impressive. Really looking forward to both of these guys' careers. Though I feel like the hype for Aleksandre Topuria has really died down at this point. Like I didn't really expect him to win by a decision. It wasn't a boring decision. Don't get me wrong. It was a very entertaining fight. The exchanges were amazing, especially because he had such a good opponent. Like such a kill or be killed opponent, right, in Alma Khan. Still, honestly, like very impressive by Alma Khan though, and also very impressive by Tuporia. I have to give him his props, but I did not really expect. I expected more. I expected a finish, and I'm sure it's not just me. It's a lot of people. Anyways, thank you so much for watching till this far, and hopefully I'll be reviewing the rest of the card. In a few hours. Obviously we have Waldo Cortes Acosta stepping in short notice against. I apologize for forgetting the name. You guys, we can all check this. Assalamu alaikum.